Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Tuesday. Is anybody else like in disbelief that it's already June 7th? I just don't understand where this time is going. It's pure craziness. It's crazy. Convention is in 5 days for several of us, and we're so very excited and cannot wait to, for one, talk about the new products that are going to be announced. For two, talk about the awesome, amazing momentum that's going to be going on in the training we're going to get. And oh my gosh, it's going to be so exciting. I'm so excited. It's like I have to get day by day because I can't let myself get too excited because then I don't want to do my normal tasks of motherhood and jobism. So going to be amazing. So we won't have a huddle next week. We will probably have a couple different videos that we do just as a team in Vegas, but we won't actually have a team huddle because we are going to. Oh, sorry, my 3-year-old just kicked my computer. Anyway, because we're going to be busy, we're going to be in Vegas, but we will be sure to post often about everything that's going on and all the fun stuff that's going on. So stay tuned to your computer. I'm giving you hello, Miss Jill. I'm giving you your warning now that Odyssey to Gems, all of the team pages that we have are going to be overrun with awesome Plexus stuff, along with all of our personal Facebook pages. So get ready, be prepared. Okay, tonight we're going to do something a little different, but I'm so excited about it. So a pretty good chunk of our team went to Ottawa, Illinois last Friday and got to go to an event with McCall, Susie and Chris McCall. And they are amazing. If you don't know who Susie and Chris McCall are, then you need to get on YouTube and watch some videos because they are a powerhouse couple. Susie is Diamond, Chris is Emerald, right? And their son, who as soon as he was 18 signed up, he's Ruby. And they have another son that's what? They have another son that's gold. Yeah. I mean, they are a power, not even just couple anymore, a power family. It's amazing. And they're hilarious and they love life and they're just amazing. So fun. So tonight, some of the people that went to that opportunity event are going to jump on and they're going to chat about what their favorite part was about this opportunity event. They're also going to touch on why going to opportunity events or team events are important in their businesses and what it's done for them, and while they're just a good idea in general to get to. So without any further ado, who wants to go first? Josiah says he does. Amanda.
I'll go first. That way nobody takes my answers.
Okay, there you go. Beth is going to lead us. So I'm going to mute myself out and Beth, take it away.
All right. So the trip to Ottawa was about an hour and 20 minutes. I came in about 10 minutes late. By the time, my husband got home and we got on the road and all that good stuff. So I'm really sorry that I missed the introductions because I think the introductions and the little getting to know them part would have been hilarious. But my favorite part really was that this was so different than any other opportunity, meeting, event, anything that I'd been to. Because of the husband-wife atmosphere, we all know how we interact with our spouses. And, they start saying something, and we interject. They then say, but no, I wasn't there yet. And they backtrack and retell the story from the different perspective. And so the atmosphere was so much more casual and laid back and more of a friendly get-together as opposed to it being it was professional, but it wasn't, it wasn't stuffy. It was very friendly and comical as these two talk to each other. And they're just funny to begin with. If you've seen their YouTube stuff, they pull pranks. Chris has moved Susie's car to where she has left the gym, out looking for her car, thinking it's stolen. Things that I would kill my husband for. And he pulls these pranks, but they are just so fun to interact with together. Truly, their personalities that come across on the computer, they are real people. They interrupt each other, they cut each other off, and they tell stories, but they still get the point, they still get the information across, but it is so much more casual and laid back than just having a single speaker up in front going through their PowerPoint presentation. It was very refreshing in that manner. As to why I think the team events, the opportunity meetings are important, everybody feeds off of each other. We all get the extra energy. We all get the extra boost of support. It's always nice to feel validated for what we experience, what we tell other people, and having the extra support networks are really good for the business and for my perspective and my energy leading the team, and then leading to what it means to the business. It brings in the new ideas. They presented the products in a completely different way. I posted those videos up on our group pages, and you can see that, you know, they touched over the triplex and they went into that, and then they just briefly touched over these other products, because our triplex is really where it's at for most people. So they didn't spend a whole lot of time, and yes, they did talk a lot, so they were running out of time. But they didn't spend a lot of time on the other stuff, because those are really more individual basis products, to where we can go over the basics of the triplex and everything that's fabulous about those. And then as people are interested in the other things, they will certainly ask if they have nerve pain or are looking for, you know, some of these other relief products. And then it helps your belief. As people stand up and give their testimonies of a girl who, I think she had Lyme disease. And so it was just fabulous to hear these different things of weight loss and sugars and all this extra stuff that, you know, our products help. And these people are real life. It's not a picture on a computer that could have been photoshopped or anything else. These are in front of me that I can reach out and touch. And that's just fabulous.
Woohoo! Love that. The other thing I was thinking when you said that is, do you guys know what I'm talking about when I talk about like the People of Walmart website? So Chris set up for when it was breast month back in October, breast cancer awareness month. He set up a free breast check at Walmart, and Susie took a picture of him, and I don't know if Susie submitted it to the People of Walmart. I think she did, but it's actually on there. So if you guys, the People of Walmart, Chris McCall's actually on there for doing self-breast checks at Walmart. So they're just hilarious. So funny. But yes, Beth, thank you so much. Love all of that. All right, Amanda, you're up.
All right. So I'll give you okay, so I'm going to be honest here. I'm obsessed with the McCalls. Like, not going to lie. I have this, like, my heart rate, like, was up the entire time. Like, I looked at my Fitbit afterwards, and, like, for the solid 3 hours, my heart rate was, like, 20 beats higher than normal. So it was fun. I was, like, freaking out the entire time. But, so a little rundown on them and their stories. They have 4 kids. And they're in Oklahoma. They, before Plexus were broke, they didn't know if they were going to have a house the next month because they were so poor at that time. Chris had tons of medical issues. He had a stroke when he was 19. And he, all throughout his life, had struggled with weight and health and everything. And he didn't think that it was going to, like, work, and he didn't want to get healthy. He never wanted to, like, work out, eat right, anything. So when they started it, they did it as a couple, it was under Susie's name, but they were together the entire time. They went Emerald in 6 months. But they always say by accident. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know anything until, like, they hit Emerald, and they're like, I think we should probably learn about this stuff because we don't actually know what's happening. But what they really stressed in their meeting in Ottawa was that the opportunities for everyone. So they were dirt poor, were like their house could have gone under foreclosure in a couple months. Like they had terrible health, like medical bills, 4 kids all in school type thing. And they really stressed that that was the opportunity they needed. But, and it can be for anyone. They said on their team, they have people that are in their 60s and 70s, and then they have Jordan Reynolds, who's 21. So it really is, no matter who you are or what stage of life you're in, this opportunity is for you, and it can be if you want it to be. Yeah. So they just really stressed that no matter who you are, no matter where you're at, and it has to be the right timing. They said if you would have asked them 4 months earlier or 4 months later, they probably would have said no. But in that moment, they needed it, and that was the right timing. So essentially, don't stress if someone says no at that time, because you never know when they're going to say yes. You never know when that opportunity is going to be needed for them. And you never know who. Don't sell anyone short because you think, oh, they don't need it or they're healthy. You don't know what they're dealing with. They could not sleep, or they have headaches just because they're skinny, or if they're bigger, don't expect them to be like, I want to lose weight. You never know where someone's at in their life. And it's always a good opportunity to talk to someone. And yeah, so that's what I got from it. I know my mom has some too, so.
Oh, hello. Well, Amanda said a lot of the same things because we kind of chatted on the way home. And I agree with Beth that it was a completely different type of opportunity meeting that I've been to, or that I've been to in the past. They were very real, very, very much a husband-wife couple. Joked a lot, told stories, but the way they presented it, and it's kind of interesting because Chris always looks very intense, always has a look on his face, and he always looks very intense. And then Susie's like the little laughing, giggling person. But I think he very much, they work well together. But you know, she said that when they went to pick up their car from the rental place, talking to the girl, and the girl was friendly, and then I guess she said, "Hey, do you like your job?" You know, and the girl's like, "Well, yeah," because I think she thought she was being punked or something. And then they're like, "Oh, because we have this great opportunity, blah, blah, blah," and started talking about Plexus. And then I guess the girl was like, "Oh my God, I hate my job. I don't hate my job, but I want to get out of it. I have dreams, blah, blah, blah." And so they just really talked about being aware of who you're with, or who you're around, and again, offering the opportunity. There was a couple people in the audience that asked, how do you strike up a conversation with people? What else do you say? And they did stress, you know, you have to be personable. You can't puke Plexus all over them. You know, you probably need to get to know them as a person if you can. I mean, obviously the girl at the counter was, you know, just a random person that they're running into at that point in time. But just if there's somebody puts up that wall, you need to read it. Don't continue to be pushy. But they talked a lot about how when they first went to Hawaii that first year, because they were Emerald, and they had no jewels with them, and they had gone Emerald with no jewels. So they went really wide. I think that was what somebody asked, do you go wide or do you go deep? They offer that opportunity. They talk to people, and if that person wants the product at the deepest discount, then they're going to talk to them about an ambassadorship and wholesale ambassador. So it sounds like they went really, really wide to begin with, and then figured out that they could go deep. And then that's probably when I would imagine that she went up as a diamond. I'm trying to think what else. Let's see. Trying to think. You got anything else? I'm just trying. It was very relaxed. There wasn't a lot of questions asked. They were entertaining for sure. I didn't take a lot of notes. I just felt like it was tips, but it was great reminders on how to be real, how to be authentic. These two are corny as all get out. I've seen them at Leaders Retreat. I've watched them at Leaders Retreat in the crowd. And again, they just are average people who happen to make it big with the great network marketing. They're excited about convention just like you and I are, and excited about the news. They talked about going to Scottsdale and talking. Oh, that was the thing. Talking to Alec and Tarl about the future of Plexus and the history. And did Alec ever think that it would get as big as it would? And then where's the growth going? And they really said, if we don't share now, we need to basically we need to share now to help grow our businesses. We need to share it with as many people as we can, because in 5 years, they mentioned some other network marketing companies, like I think they might have said Arbonne, or I think I heard Susie say Pampered Chef or what have you. But in 5 years, it truly will be, who do you get your Plexus from? Who's your Plexus dealer? Who do you get your Plexus from? And so that's the amount of growth that they're looking at for this company. And we have to be the ones to share. We have to get outside of our shells, and we have to share with as many people as we can, because we have an opportunity that is just simply amazing. And I listened to the testimonies too, and I swore I heard a couple glitches in Susie's voice when she was talking. I mean, she was getting choked up listening to some of the testimonies. So she said that's her favorite part. It's listening to people's stories. She's a very thin, tiny woman, but she had a sugar addiction like you wouldn't believe. And so, Plexus helped her. Plexus helped her with her plantar fascia issues. So there's, again, just because somebody's thin, don't discount them as not needing Plexus. I talked to somebody off topic. I talked to somebody tonight as a follow-up, and she's as thin as can be, but she's addicted to caffeine, and she's like, I might need some help with that. And she really liked the pink drink. So I'm hoping, but if I had just assumed that this little gal didn't need anything, I would never know how addicted she was to her sodas. And she was talking to me about price, but then she said, well, I also spend a lot of money on pop every week. And I'm like, yeah, I don't buy pop anymore. I don't even drink soda. So it's changed my life. And that was kind of the premise. Beth, what else do you remember? And is there anything else that we're missing?
One of his biggest lines at the end was, make sure you're saying that if I could show you how to get it for free, do you want me to? So for all those people who have a price objection, give them a solution so that they can get what they need. And, you can build from that as well then for customers, or, building a team from there. They also said 2 videos on their YouTube channel to make sure to be sharing with your potentials. It's on the McCall Pink Drink YouTube channel. The first is called Plexus in the News, and the other one is Morgan Stanley. Mm-hmm. So the Plexus in the News is the TV. It got shared around a while back. It's the TV, blip for an AM Texas, like a Good Morning America for a Texas station. And it talks about Plexus there. And then Morgan Stanley talks about how Morgan Stanley backs Plexus to show that we are not, a fly-by-night company sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. One thing I was going to say is about going to opportunity events and how it affects business. Every time I go to one, whether it's hosted by Tristan or it's hosted by the McCalls, every single time something like that happens, like an event, I always get really excited about my business. Not that I'm not all the time, and not that that's not something I want to do, but it's something that it reminds me what the opportunity is and what my life could look like when I'm like them, or when I'm a diamond or an emerald or something like that. When you get those reminders that that's possible, it just gives you this drive to keep going. And no matter, I've gotten so many no's, I've gotten more no's than I like to admit, but whenever I go to an event, I don't care about those anymore. I want to keep going. And speaking of no's, one of the things Chris said was, whenever you do get no's, people put up a wall. That's fine. But when you have to do those daily things, like what Amber was talking about last night, the 5-3-1 and your daily goals, because if you don't do them, you're already putting up a wall for yourself. You have to, while it hurts sometimes, you have to let them put up the wall, because when you put up the wall, you're only taking away from yourself, because you never know when that one is going to be a yes. So he said definitely always reach out. Never underestimate, don't let something pass because you're scared. Always go for it, and you never know what's going to happen.
He also talked about some different sites. Was it not like garage sale?
Oh, Buku.
Buku. I'm not familiar with.
He said take advantage of your free sites. So like free for sale, for rent type pages on Facebook. Like I'm a part of like Quad Cities Buy Sell Trade, and he said make sure you check all the rules. Make sure network marketing is allowed, but you can always advertise on those. He's like, put out an ad in the paper. I don't care. If you have like a weekly newsletter in your neighborhood, you can always put an ad in there. Take those opportunities, because you never know when one of them's going to come back and it's going to be worth it, because that could be your Celeste Gwen. You never know.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I was not able to go to that because I was at my sister's gender reveal party. I'm going to be an aunt to a little girl, first girl of the family. We're so excited. But I was super bummed I missed it. And Jill's team, her downline, they had a huge turnout at this opportunity event. So it was just really awesome to see our team. And as Amanda said, I love opportunity events. I love training events. Anytime I can get to one, I'm like, okay, who wants to go with me? Or somebody's like, hey, let's do this. I'm like, all right, let's put it on the calendar. Because exactly what Amanda said. First of all, I think any opportunity that we have to learn from others is a fabulous opportunity, because everybody kind of speaks differently and teaches differently and shares differently. And it's really good to learn those different methods to figure out what works for you, to figure out what works for your team. So anytime you can learn from others, fabulous opportunity. The second reason why I love them is because, I've always grown up with this saying in terms of the church, that anytime two or more gather in God's presence, then like the devil can't be there. Like you defeat the devil out of that situation. And I sort of feel the exact same thing with Plexus. Anytime two or more Plexus ambassadors get together, it is just like an environment of hope and encouragement and love. And that's the exact same thing. That doesn't have to be a big event. When I've gone out to lunch with Jill a couple times, I leave those. Josiah Jeffrey. Somebody take this child to bed. I feel empowered when I leave those with Jill, when I leave those lunches. I feel empowered. I feel excited by that. No different than when we have our opportunity events. I feel empowered. I feel excited. Hold on one second. Turn that down. Really? Does anybody not know it's his bedtime an hour ago? Like, come on, Summer. Anyway, so exciting. Just such an awesome opportunity to get together. Love that you guys went. Love that you guys took the time out of your thing and penciled that in there. I know time is busy. And I just love what it does individually, but then also for a team. Anytime there's an opportunity event, whether you are in Illinois, Iowa, Arizona, wherever you're at, I know somebody should tell his mom what's wrong with her. Just like the maid. The maid's like fired around here. Holy cow. Oh, Beth said in the comments, somebody should tell his mom to send him to bed. Anyway, ADD butterfly. Let's see, where is that? Anywho, no matter where you live, there's always opportunity events. There's always things. So that's another part of our One Plexus. Chris and Susie McCall, they're not a part of our team at all. But yet they opened up their event to anybody. We have a diamond that lives here in Southern Illinois. Why can't I think of their names?
Angie Thompson.
Yes, Angie Thompson. Thank you. And her husband, she's diamond. He is emerald, I believe, or sapphire. They're getting close to. Anyway, I've reached out to her a couple times, and after convention, she's hoping to hop on one of our huddles and do a training with our team as well, which will be huge. But my point is, like, they don't have to do that stuff, right? They're not a part of this team. We have no connection to them. But because we're one plexus, she opens it up, and she's like, you know, anytime we have a meeting or anybody in Southern Illinois, send your people my way. You know, anytime we have people that are in wherever, all we have to do is write on a team page and say, hey, I have someone that just joined in Southern California who has a team there. And people will comment on that, and we'll get them hooked up. That's how we also became really good friends with the team out of Bloomington, is that same thing. Somebody said, hey, is there people around here that we can get together with? And several of us have connected with different people in Bloomington. It's the same concept. It's that one plexus going together, joining together, where 2 or more plexus ambassadors are joined together. Man, we can tell those thrivers and advocators to kick it to the curb. Man, we got this. So excited that you guys were able to do that. Thank you so much for blessing us with your takeaways. Convention is going to be outrageously amazing. So excited. Oh my goodness. Like, if Antonio or Victor Antonio, like, if, oh my gosh, he's freaking hilarious. You're going to love him. And then we have some fantastic speakers. And then we have a personal concert by Little Big Town. I mean, so many amazing things. We have winner's dinner that some people are going to. I know, Amanda snubbed her nose up. Just all of these amazing things. It's going to be fantastic. And so be on the lookout for those. I can't tell you enough how important it is that you guys are going to want to be at Leaders Retreat, and you're going to want to be at convention next year for sure. So get those things on your calendars. Make it a dedication that you're going to be there. And we will keep you updated on everything that's going on. So anybody have any questions, comments, concerns about anything? This kid that needs to go to bed. Ay, caramba.
What was their YouTube channel again?
The McCalls, Amanda. What's their YouTube?
It's McCall Pink Drink. MCCOLL Pink Drink.
I would say, and you can also go to his website, which is pinkchris.com, and there's like a bunch of links.
Yeah, they're truly trying to make it a family affair, and they have 2 kids that are under the age of 18. And she did talk about how the younger 2 could probably sell Plexus right now, and they're chomping at the bit. I think the little girl's got to wait till like 5 more years or something. But
she's 10.
Oh, okay. Well,
she's
8
10.
more years. One of them's
she's like 13. Ready to go now.
Yeah, she's ready to sell. So yeah, they will be a 6 pink drinking Plexus diamond
family for sure.
10 years.
For sure. That'll be awesome.
And they talked about their other son who's very introverted, and I guess he's like a big tall guy, and he's got a big presence, but he's very shy, and he still is able to communicate and talk about Plexus just fine. And is he the senior Ruby?
Senior
Ruby.
Tanner is super introverted, and apparently, like, he doesn't talk unless someone asks him to talk, and which is surprising coming from that family. But
he probably didn't have time to talk.
He probably didn't let him talk. But they said he's like, he can still do it, and he can still do this business no matter who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and this is completely off Plexus, but the reason I first got interested in the McCalls was because we had Plexus in common, but it was when they were doing a campaign against bullying, because their son Tanner, I believe it was Tanner, had like an almost death experience his freshman year in college with a frat, and so with initiation and stuff. So like, that was how I first figured out who they were and started following, because they're just a very down to earth family. They have real problems like everybody else. And they really just want to help others, and they really want to spread hope. So not only do I love them because they're hilarious, and they're a husband and wife duo that's kicking butt, and they're pink drinkers, but they also stand for good things. They are a Christian family that is like, listen, brats and bullying is not okay. And I like that too. So anyway. All right. Anybody else have any last minute comments? Okay, guys. Well, again, girls, thank you so much, Amanda, Jill, and Beth, for sharing with us some of your takeaways. We will see you guys back in 2 weeks. And for those of you, I forgot to say this earlier, last housekeeping thing. We are going to start, which I'm super excited about, we're going to start a book club sort of thing for our team, for Odyssey to Gems. It's going to be Tuesdays. Amanda, Jill, somebody help remember this. It's going to be, what did we decide? Tuesdays at 9 o'clock after huddle, right? Isn't that what we decided? I think that's right. So the book that we're going to start with is over here. Hold on, let me grab it. Don't get dizzy as I walk around. Okay. The book we're going to start with the Tuesday after convention, so you have 2 weeks from today, is called The 4 Color Personalities for MLM. It's by Big Al Schreiter. Schreiter. It looks like this. If everybody can see that. So we're going to read. It's very, very short, very simple. We're going to take it kind of slow, but one of the biggest things that I have started doing in the last year for my personal growth is reading every day a network marketing book to grow myself. And that's also something that I do on Sunday nights with some of the leaders from Amber's team. And I think it's just huge. It's a great way to keep yourself accountable that I know I need to read this much this week because I'm going to meet with other people who keep me accountable to discuss this the following week. So we're going to start with that book. It's an awesome book, super easy read. We're going to love it. So if you want to be a part of that, Josiah says every book to you is awesome. Well, at least he knows his mom.
No.
Anyway, but if you want to be a part of that, please join us. I know I got 5 minutes. Please join us. We're going to start that 2 weeks from today. Anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been slacking on this new ambassador training. I have been redoing it completely because I got tired of doing the old one. And so I got tired of saying the same thing every week. So I made a new one, or I'm working on it. But I'm in the process, and it's been a slow process. So I'm hoping that the week after convention, that Monday, I'm hoping to get it done. So if it doesn't happen Monday, it'll probably happen like Wednesday. And so I will make a new graphic and let you know that that's done because it's taking forever. But it will be done, and it will be awesome once I finish it.
Woohoo! We love awesomeness. And we're going to need that new ambassador training because our team's about to explode again with the new folks. So, all right, guys. Amber, why do I keep, Amanda, I look at you and want to call you Amber. Weird.
Yeah, I'll be an emerald.
I know, right? Kudos. All right, girls and guys, everybody have a fantastic 2 weeks. We'll see you back in 2 weeks for Huddle and for book club following that. And be prepared to be overwhelmed with convention craziness. All right, guys. See you later. Have a good week. Bye.